get started on our kimchi fried rice, we're gonna first start by chopping up some garlic and onions. We only need one small medium white onion here. I did 2 of these small ones just because I like a lot of onion. And then I also added a good amount of garlic here as well. And then on top of that, I also chopped up some scallions, otherwise known as green onions. And before I continue saying this, make sure you have some cooked rice ahead of time. Cooking it the day before is really important, so it's a little bit dry the next day when you stir fry it. So that's just a heads up. Okay, so now I'm just prepping some other veggies, such as the carrot in this video. This is just going to help for prep work in the future when you start cooking everything and you want things to go fast. And so once I saute all the onions and garlic together, now I'm going to add in the kimchi, and then we're going to stir that around again so it's cooked for around a couple, like 3 or 4 minutes before we add in our mushrooms. And so for this one, I'm actually using some really fun mushrooms, and we're going to be using like enoki mushrooms and king oyster mushrooms. And so we're just going to roughly chop them here. And then I already put in the carrot, and now I'm putting in the mushroom, and we're just going to cook those at the same time and mix them all together. And then once that's been cooked for a couple more minutes, now we can add in our rice. And as you can see, my rice has been very dried out, so it's perfect for like frying, stir frying the next day. Fried rice, essentially, yes. And so I also made a sauce. It's the same sauce that I made for the bibimbap bowl. So if you are curious about that sauce, it'll be linked there, but I can also link it below for this recipe. I just didn't feel like showing it again as I just showed it. Alright, so I'm adding in some sweet peas here. This is totally optional, but same with the carrot, that's optional as well. But I think some extra veggies is always really yummy and fun and tastes more like fried rice to me. And just to make this pretty on a plate, I put the ready-made kimchi fried rice into a bowl and patted it down. I put it onto a plate so it was this circular shape, topped it with some extra green onions, and same with the sides that I made for the bibimbap bowl that I had extra of. But I'm also showing you if you want to serve it with some tofu. Really easy, you just can do some simply fried tofu with some olive oil, and you can just fry it on each side. You can also add a little bit of soy sauce here, or maple syrup, or rice wine vinegar, sesame oil. Season it up the way you want. I did go a little bit fancier, but the first batch I did was just with some oil and a little bit of salt, just for those of you who want it to be simple. And this is how I topped it on my pan of kimchi fried rice, and it's ready to go. Enjoy!